Good evening, friends. Thanks for joining me tonight. It's always a pleasure to welcome you to my show. As you remember, we had a special guest yesterday, Dara, who spoke about what happens behind the scenes in many areas. It's not only Bollywood, it's also the advertising field, it's also dating sites. And what she also says was that even colleges were targeted, where beautiful girls and young men are targeted and incapacitated by people through these drugs and medicines. And that there's a virtual war against our younger generation. And it's important that we educate everyone about this and also be very aware as parents as to what our children are doing. For the news today, the Supreme Court said that the NCB needs to challenge Rhea Chakravarti's bail order to assail Bombay High Court's adverse remarks. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, appearing for NCB, said the High Court made certain very wide-ranging observations about the NDPS Act, and they will make it very difficult for the agency to prosecute and ensure conviction. The Supreme Court Thursday told the NCB that it would have to challenge the Bombay High Court order granting bail to Rhea Chakravarti in a drugs-related case if it wanted to assail adverse remarks made in the judgment. A bench headed by Chief Justice S.A. Bobde took note of the submission of the Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, appearing for NCB, that the probe agency was not pressing against the grant of the bail to the actress. The law officer said the High Court made certain very wide-ranging observations about the NDPS Act and that they will make it very difficult for the agency to prosecute and ensure conviction. You cannot challenge the bail order observations without challenging the bail order itself, said the bench, which also comprised Justices A.S. Bopanna and V. Ramasubramanian. Mehta then said that the NCB would amend the petition and challenge the bail order as well. The High Court had granted bail to Rhea on October 7th last year and directed her to deposit a personal bond of rupees 1 lakh. It had, however, rejected the bail plea of her brother, Shoaib Chakravarti, also an accused in the case, an alleged drug peddler, Abdul Basit Pariha. Rhea, her brother, and other accused were arrested in September last year by the NCB in connection with the probe into the drugs angle related to the case of Sushant Singh Rajput's death. As you recall, the High Court, while granting bail to Rhea and two others, directed them to deposit their passports with the NCB and not leave the country without permission of the special NDPS court. Latest news in Sachin Vaze's case is that 5 cars are now under the NIA scanner. The arrested Mumbai police cop, Sachin Vaze's lawyers have now sought permission to meet the police officer in private and have filed a plea before a special NIA court. With Paramveer Singh now removed from his earlier post as Mumbai's police commissioner, in the latest development in the Vazgate scandal that's hit the Mumbai police, suspended API, Sachin Vaze's legal team has now sought permission to meet the arrested police officer in private and has filed a plea before a special NIA court seeking the same. Sachin Vaze was arrested by the NIA on Saturday night under sections 286, 465, 473, 5062, 120B of the IPC, and 4ABI, Explosive Substances 1908 Act, for his alleged role and involvement in an explosives-laden vehicle being placed near industrial Mukesh Ambani's home, Antilia, in Mumbai on February 25th. As per sources, Sachin Vaze's legal team has sought permission to meet the suspended police officer without the presence of an NIA officer. The special NIA court in Mumbai will hear the matter on Thursday. This comes even as 5 members of the Mumbai Police's CIU branch, which Vaze was effectively heading before his arrest, are currently being questioned by the NIA. Vaze has been taken to locations at Mahim Creek, while officials had also raided his residence in Thane. NIA also said that Sachin Vaze had concealed his identity. Earlier on Wednesday, the NIA had disclosed that the data on the laptop seized from suspended Mumbai police Vaze was found to have been deleted, and added that Vaze also claimed to have dropped his mobile phone somewhere when he was asked for it. He seems to know all the tricks of the trade. On Monday, the NIA had recovered Sachin Vaze's laptop, some mobile phones, his iPad, and documents from Vaze's office at the Mumbai Police's CIU. The disclosure on deleted data came after the NIA revealed that Sachin Vaze, who has been remanded to its custody till March 25th, has been concealing his identity outside industrialist Mukesh Ambani's residence on February 25th, where gelatin sticks laden SUV was found. The NIA has informed that Sachin Vaze had worn excessive sized clothes, kurta pajama, to conceal his identity while trying to hide his body language on February 25th, as seen in the CCTV footage. Fadnavis says he was pressurized to reinstate Vaze. Meanwhile, former Maharashtra CM Devendra Fadnavis alleged that the businessman Mansukh Hiren had been murdered, citing the post-mortem report which allegedly showed that there was no water in his lungs. Addressing a press conference in Delhi on Wednesday, BJP leader Fadnavis claimed that he was pressurized by Shiv Sena to reinstate a tainted Sachin Vaze into service while he was the Maharashtra CM, and that he had refused to do so. Vaze was reinstated in the Mumbai police in 2020 during the coronavirus outbreak and was given charge of several high-profile cases, Fadnavis further pointed out. On Tuesday evening, NIA had seized a black luxury Mercedes car from which cash amounting of rupees 5 lakhs, some clothes, and a cash counting machine were recovered. Moreover, the NIA revealed that it has recovered the same number plate that was used on the Scorpio car outside Antalya from the Mercedes, which was parked at the Mumbai police headquarters, and even more importantly, stated that Sachin Vaze had used the Mercedes. Earlier on Tuesday, Mumbai police API Riaz Qazi had been questioned in the Antalya mob scare probe by the NIA for the third consecutive day. Qazi had allegedly Qazi had allegedly turned up at Sachin Vaze's housing society with a letter seeking CCTV footage on behalf of the Crime Intelligence Unit. As per Kirit Somaya, he walked away with copious footage and related details. The agency has begun an investigation into the case shortly after the owner of the Scorpio, a businessman named Mansukh Hiren, was found dead under mysterious circumstances at Kalwa Creek, with his wife later completely refuting the Mumbai police's original story of suicide, and stated that Sachin Vaze had been in possession of the car since at least November 2020. To be sure, media reports have claimed that the same car had even been present on November 4th, when Republic Media Network's editor-in-chief, Arnab, had been arrested from his home, where Vaze had been present. The Maharashtra ATS also investigating the alleged murder of Mansukh Hiren. Meanwhile, Amazon's Tandav second season gets axed, while Netflix's Bombay Begums has not been removed so far, despite objections. Amazon Prime Video is foraying into film production, which is indeed news for us. Amazon Prime Video is foraying into film production in India as a co-producer of Akshay Kumar's starrer Ram Setu. Now, there seems to be something really fishy here. The upcoming Hindi movie that counts Cape of Good Films, Abundantia, Abundantia Entertainment, and Leica Productions as other producers will premiere on the over-the-top OTT platform following its theatrical release. Prime members in India and in more than 240 countries can stream the movie, the company said in a statement on Wednesday. Although Amazon has its own studio, the company has not yet launched any India-specific project via the entity. California-based Amazon Studios produces movies and television series. In case of films, Amazon Studios produces as well as requires original movies for theatrical release and early window distribution exclusively for Amazon Prime members. The production house has hosted acclaimed projects to its credits, including Beautiful Boy, The Report, and the Academy Award winner Manchester by the Sea. At Amazon Prime Video, every decision we take is from a customer first perspective, stories that are entrenched in Indian soil and often found an audience not only in India but across the world. And we're delighted to further take a step into co producing by collaborating with a film that highlights our Indian heritage, said Vijay Subramaniam, director and head of content at Amazon Prime Video India. You would have seen, friends, we would have seen pictures of Akshay with Jacqueline in a private jet already for the Muhurat of Ram Setu, which is a big joke for us. There is nothing that this man has not tried. Yet somewhere, the soul of Sushant Singh Rajput seems to win. Viewers, Bollywood is desperately trying to survive after the Bollywood boycott movement. Rest depends on the audience as each movie is released. In the TRP manipulation case, the High Court asks Mumbai police why Arnab Goswami, Republic TV, was not named as the accused. The court also asked the police to inform whether it wants to investigate further, how long it needs to do so, and if it wants to proceed against Arnab Goswami and Republic TV. After being informed that even after over 3 months, investigations had not yielded anything concrete in the television rating program manipulation case, the Bombay High Court on Wednesday asked the Mumbai police why it had not named Republic TV editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami and ARG Outlier Media Private Limited, which runs the channel, in the case despite claims of having adequate evidence against them. You've been investigating for the last 3 months. There are 2 charge sheets, and there seems to be no evidence against them. And this FIR was lodged in October 2020. We are in March 2021, the HC said. Why keep the sword hanging on their head? You're not making them an accused also. Why so? It added. The court also asked the police to inform whether it wants to investigate further, how long it needs to do so, and if it wants to proceed against Arnab Goswami and Republic TV. A division bench of Justice S.S. Shinde and Justice Manish Pitale was hearing the plea filed by ARG Outlier Media, which runs Republic TV and other channels, and Goswami challenging the police probe, FIR, court proceedings, and charge sheets while seeking the transfer of the same to the CBI or any other independent agency. Arnab Goswami's counsel on Tuesday had told the court that the FIR and the charge sheets filed by Mumbai police were solely intended to target his client for his earlier reportage against the Maharashtra government. So we see, viewers, slowly things are coming out. TRP, in the TRP scam, in another strange news, ED attaches assets worth 32 crores of 3 channels and not Republic TV. The Enforcement Directorate, ED, has attached movable and immovable assets worth 32 crores belonging to 3 channels, Fakht Marathi, Box Cinema, and Maha Movie channels, in connection with the television ratings points, which is TRP scam, a senior ED officer confirmed. The properties are in the form of land, commercial and residential units in Mumbai, Indore, Delhi and Gurgaon, and balances in bank account totaling to 32 crores. Investigations have revealed that the proceeds of crime for these channels is to the tune of 46 crores, said an ED officer. ED's investigation is based on the first information report, FIR, registered by Mumbai police. Probe in the money laundering aspect of the case has revealed that people meters devices, also called barometers, were installed at certain places, households, approximately 1,800 in Mumbai and 44,000 in India in total, on a proportionate basis to mimic the viewership pattern of 197 million households in India for capturing a viewership of various channels of different genres and languages in selected homes to calculate the TRP. Actor Arun Govil, famous as Lord Rama of Ramayana TV series, now joins BJP. He joined the BJP just ahead of the assembly elections in 4 states and the Union Territory of Puducherry. He joined the BJP. Arun Govil has been brought up in the cantonment town of Meerut. Govil, the son of a waterworks engineer, studied in a number of schools across Saharanpur and Shahjahanpur. After school, he enrolled for a BSc at Meerut and completed it from Mathura. Before he essayed the role of Ram, Govil tasted success on the big screen with his debut film, Paheli, in 1977, from the house of Bhajatyas of Rajashri Productions. According to reports, Ramayan found a place in the Limca Book of Records because of its historic viewership back in the day. The show held the record for the world's most viewed mythological TV series until 2003. That's all the news for tonight. Thank you, friends, for joining me. And if you like the channel, please press the button, bell, and also share it with your friends. Good night.